What's up, everybody? Jughead's Journey here. Welcome back to our Berserk Manga reading series. Today we're going to be reading both prologue chapters point 11 and point 12, still in the Golden Age arc. So without any further ado, tune in, read alongside with me during my full uncut reading reaction, and stay for my deep analysis discussion afterwards. So, Berserk, the Golden Age, chapter 3, we pick up where we left off. Guts has just stabbed Gambino through the neck. I assume next page is going to show precisely that. And I'm correct. In the gorgeous illustration, right through the neck. You killed Shisu. And then he dies. So in his dying breaths, he calls him a devil, demon, curse, because the people in the camp, Gambino, believed he was a cursed child. He believed his Shisu died because of him, and in his dying breath, he says it once again. You killed Shisu. You essentially killed your stepmother. And he falls on him. Like the imagery of his neck sliding down the blade. Okay, so the tent's on fire. Everybody's going to be gathering around. The tent's on fire. If anything, he looks like a fucking demon. Look at that. He looks like a demon devil. Especially with the whites of his eyes. His pupils are gone. I guess if that's how Miura illustrates death. Kind of desaturating. You can kind of see it, but you desaturate the pupil, the iris, I guess. But he looks creepy there. Almost like he was the demon. But he yanks the sword from his neck. Confused, doesn't know what to do. He's calling for Gambino. Gambino! He doesn't even really know what he just did. And again, here, the iris, the color of his eyes is gone. It's just pure white, which is really creepy. And then, of course, everybody's coming in. The tent's on fire. Night raid? Oh my god, it's Guts' tent. They enter. See the dead body. Immediately going to blame him because he has the blood on his sword and he's wielding the sword. You. Whoa. What the hell's going on here? Did you kill him, Guts? Answer me. Ooh, and he cuts him. Self-defense. Cuts him. This guy, they're going to think he is the cursed child. You little creep. Wait a sec. I didn't. But you did. It was in self-defense, but you didn't murder him. It was self-defense, but none of them are going to believe that. And you reap what you sow. You trained Guts to be a warrior, and he's using those skills against y'all now. Enough to run away. Runs away. Hops on a horse. Why is this happening? What's going on? A night raid? Gambino was murdered. What? It was Guts. Guts went and killed Gambino. You're kidding. What the hell? No, it's true. This is the thanks that bastard gave him after living under his roof for some 10 years. Think about it. Gambino was practically a father to him. And he damn well slaughtered him. He's a father killer. Damn. Kind of like Game of Thrones, the king killer. But why? He looked after him, didn't he? Guess it was too much of a burden. Gambino with his injury. Anyway, men who kill their fellows get hanged. We can't let him go. We shouldn't have ever picked him up. There we go. Cursed child. 11 years ago under that tree. He's an evil omen. A cursed kid who's nothing but bad luck. Yep, they all think he's an evil omen, a demon, a curse. They catch up to him quick. He's going to have to dismount, or are they going to cavalry fight? Oh god, bow and arrow. Not a crossbow, not bow and arrow. Crossbow. Approaching a cliff. Arrow shot right here. Looks like it's about to hit him. Yep, pierced him right through the shoulder blade. Don't know if that would hit a lung or not, but falls off the horse before the... Oh, no, he falls down the cliff. Did you get him? Yeah, I saw him jerk. Any case, ain't no way he lived from this high up. You would think so, but again, remember how you found him as a baby? Umbilical cord still attached under his rotting dead mother in the mud under a tree? I think he'll survive this. Well, not I think, I know. I got like 400 more chapters ago. He don't die here. You don't die in the prologue. But Gambino can't rest in peace now. And they all come back. Coughing. It's like not even my own body. I can't move. It's like it's not even my own body. Whoa, that's an amazing shot. Looking up at the universe like that. As he's bleeding out. A great bleed out spot. Is this is not the moon? What is he looking at? Staring up at it, staring down at him. No, it's the moon. Yeah, okay. I was like, what? He gets up, musters up the strength. Is it winter? Is this like a lake of ice? Is that what this is? Or is this just the ground? It looks like a frozen lake of ice. Oh, okay. It was a frozen lake of ice. I'm cold. I lost too much blood while I was out. 2 broken ribs. Where am I going anyway? Would have been easier to just lie there and die like that. There'd be nothing anymore. Here, there's only bad stuff. So where? Is this how we're going to see where he ends up as an adult? Join a new group? Oh shit, a pack of wolves. You'll fit right in. Ooh, look at that smirk on his face, though. And with that moon that he was just staring up at, reflecting in one of the wolves' eyes. Howling, bloodthirsty. It's over. Over. This is it. Immediately, realizes he's faster than these wolves. Kills 1, kills 2. Kills the wolf, who has the white eyes just like Gambino, and kills this wolf precisely the same way as he just killed Gambino. Through the, in this case, the chest, but kind of looks exactly like the neck too. More wolves circle him, struggling, leaning against the bloodied sword. But he doesn't run out of stamina. Did he just get bit here? No, that's still the blood from the arrow, right? Yeah. Kind of looked like he got bit. Kills this wolf, kills this wolf. Kills that wolf, kills another wolf. Cuts this wolf's fucking mouth off. Disgusting. Let's mercy kill that one. That one's sad. And he's victorious. Still leaning against the sword. That's his only support. Nope, more fucking wolves. But they all run away. They're like, oh shit. Like 20 of our cousins just got murked. Some guy's mouth got cut off. We're leaving. But did he get scratched and bit here? Because I'm trying to imagine, when I see him as an adult, he has all these battle scars, old cuts and stab wounds and burn marks and everything. And, I'm just trying to imagine, like, the years of, oh, this is from this is from this, that. And he passes out. And there's a caravan coming. They're just going to come up upon this kid with an arrow through his shoulder, surrounded by like 10 dead wolves. Hey, look, he's just a kid. Is he alive? Yeah, but he's in pretty bad shape. Did he kill all these wolves? No way. Either way, he's got good luck. Other group thought he was a evil omen. This kid, good luck. Oh, he's got good luck. He isn't good luck. He's got good luck. Getting found by us in the middle of the wilderness. Good luck with mercenaries like us? Oh yeah, Angus was saying he needed another man in his squad. Still, though, what happened? An arrow wound? Who knows? Maybe he's a runaway slave. World's a strange place. Gambino. So he's in another mercenary crew. Oh, is that supposed to be, he's going to the light? He's also dying? Gambino's already there, and Gambino's guiding him to the light? 4 years later, another siege on a castle. Look at the detail. It's like one of those Where's Waldo illustrations. Where are you at? Can't see you here. Make your way through. Whoever brings me the general's head gets all the reward he wants. Is that going to be Guts? Oh, God. Just like the wolf. Fucking mouth sliced off. What the hell is this armor? What the hell? Oh my God. Not even the top of his... Not even the... It wasn't the bottom of his mouth that got cut off. The bottom of his mouth is all that's fucking left. The top of his head is gone. Jesus. It's Bazuso. The Grey Knight Bazuso. Shit. Now, is he defending the castle or sieging the castle? You mean the Bazuso who killed 30 men at once? I heard he killed a bear unarmed. What happened to the archers? They're still outside the castle gate. No one's going to get past... Okay, so he's defending the castle. No one's going to get past me. Anyone who wants their head smashed in, step right up. What are you waiting for? Defeat him and make yourself famous. You call yourselves knights? Charge. Easy for him to say. I'm just a merc. Let him do it himself. Unbelievable. Oh, and there's Guts approaching. Now he's got more metal armor. He's upgraded a little bit. He's got metal on his helmet, metal shoulders, metal chest plate. Looks like metal on the torso. He's upgraded. And his sword, he either got a bigger sword or it's just looking big here. And he's got some muscles. Who's that? Looks like a merc. Pretty young. Hey, look at that sword. Yep. Good grief, it's downright huge. Is that kid going to swing that long thing around? Little punk showing off. The fool's going to get himself killed. Lad, are you saying you'll defeat Bazuso? How much? What? For Metalhead right here. The 30-man killer or whatever. I'm a merc. Unlike you knights, I can't live on glory. I get paid. Got it? But very well. In the event you manage to kill him, I'll give you 5 pieces of gold. 10. 7. And not one more. Well, okay. Huh. You'll regret this, kid. Getting your head knocked off for 7 gold coins. Greenhorn brat like you on the battlefield must mean your side is running out of proper soldiers. Or are they cowards who hide in the shadows of children? Look at that fucking speed. Look at that dash. Almost like a shadow step. What? Dinged right in the head. Wait, where's his sword? Okay, so he swung. Wait, I'm trying to imagine what he's doing right now. Did he swung up like this? He must have, yeah, because his sword would be like this, and then he swung up, I think. And then is he gonna smash with the hilt? Huh. You can't even keep up because you got the sword here, 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 you got the sword here. What the hell's going on? The frame rates can't keep up with the illustrations. So fast. How can he attack that fast? Look, but Bazuso's being pushed back. Feet digging into the ground. Great illustrations. Whose weapon is going to break first? Does that looks like the sword just cut through the axe. The blade of the axe. Holy shit, that's what it did. Oh my god. His axe just cracked. But he got... Oh, okay. He's saying whew. Like, he's like, thank fucking god. I thought he got hicked, but he's like, whew. Good thing that worked. Oh. Oh, and yep, he was about to get swung by the axe into his cranium, and because he damaged it, it cracks. Does nothing. So his axe is broken. Oh, but it takes his helmet off. But dude, his sword is insane. Cuts right through all this metal armor. Digs like 6 inches into him. Falls to the ground. Wait. Begging for mercy. Begging for a child's mercy. Fucking boom. Eyeball splotting out. Blood spraying everywhere. Cracked open like a fucking, what do you call it? Fucking melon. Melon head right here. Cracked open like a grapefruit. Jesus. Oh, but look at that. This is why he was begging, because he saw the demon. He saw this. Just like the wolves, too, right? The white eyes. Whew. Says it again. Whew. Just, didn't really break a sweat. Broke some blood, not some sweat, though. Blood just, whisk the sword back. Blood sprays off. Whisks off. Stands over his body. Again, so gruesome. Eyeball hanging out. What are these guards thinking, man? Easiest 7 coins ever. 7 gold coins ever. Now we move on. The Golden Age, Chapter 3, over. We move on to Chapter 4. Now we get the really... If anything, the other one... Like, I know this is like that shading, like, almost like pencil charcoal shading, which is like, yeah, very... But even going back and forth, so detailed. This is more graphic novel-esque, but the detail on those other panels, Jesus Christ. Picks up his helmet, puts it back on. So his helmet didn't even break, just got knocked off. Didn't break, though. Golden Age, Chapter 4. Everybody standing around this behemoth taken down like a David and Goliath. Now the enemy falters. Mop them all up. Yeah, morale is at a low. Oh, we got another big boy. Why even bother, dude? Why even try? The sword cut like 6 inches into the other guy's torso. Looks like the sword just cut through. Oh, no, he's stabbing. I thought he was also slicing, and it looked like it just cut through his entire waist. But I think this is a stab motion. with the way he's like lunging forward. All the big guys can't combat, the petite stature and the agility of a fucking, how old is he? Like 14 or something right now? I don't know how old he is. I forget. It said 4 years in the future, but I forget what his age was. 11, because the guy said 11 years ago when we found him, so he'd be 15 right now, I believe. Wow, the enemy's got some great. Oh, oh. I see this helmet. I cheated myself. Sometimes I look at the images before I read the dialogue. But even here, right there, is this who I think it is? The enemy's got some great ones too. Who's stronger, you or him? There's no comparison. Man. Right, Griffith? Oh, wait. There's no comparison. Man? Right, Griffith? Griffith. The castle's done for. Let's get out while we can. So Griffith was a mercenary for the defending castle, and he's been defeated. Here's half a year's wages and the reward for this battle. Count it yourself. You were fabulous. Though, luck or not, to think that a young man like you against that Bazuso, well, frankly, I'm shocked. Yeah, he's going to pay him some more. Why does he look like Freddie Mercury? Especially with, you were fabulous. Sounding and looking like a Freddie Mercury right now. The slicked back hair and the mustache and everything. How now would you like to try serving me officially? I wouldn't mislead you. I'll pay you 3 times what I've already paid you, and if you wish, even promote you to Squire, the Knight's Apprentice, again like a Game of Thrones. Surely there's never been a mere merc the likes of you. He's biting the coin. That's all he cares about. This shit real? How about it? Continues to walk away. The contract's up today, right? Looks like the fighting around here is done anyway. No, hold on. Why keep throwing yourself into dangerous battlefields? What about status, money, security? Please, at least stay as my guest. Don't touch me. Yep, that's where that don't touch me begins. After the rape, where another man touching him, grabbing him. Nope. Don't you ever touch me. Blasted little fool. Go and die like a dog on some battlefield then. Oh, hey, somebody's coming. Oh, look, it's the guy who killed Bazuso yesterday. What's he doing here? He's an enemy, ain't he? That's nothing to us now. Yep, it's all contracts. You're loyal to the money, where you get paid. It's over, he's not your enemy. Battle's over. But I bet his pockets are well lined. He's got the reward for killing Bazuso. What once was lost, found, How about it, Griffith? So Griffith's here. Okay, we get to see him with his helmet off. Do as you will. So the other guy looked like Freddie Mercury. Griffith's looking like a Peter Frampton right now. Hey. All right, you guys, come with me to go kill him. Corkus? What's so funny, Casca? You aren't up to killing him, Corkus. I'm trying to, remember, keep track of names here. Ah, well, we'll see about that. I was planning on killing Bazuso and getting famous myself one of these days. Think I'm just gonna sit back and let this bastard we've never even heard of snatch that gold anyway? Snatch that gold away? You'll die. Well, just watch. That Corkus. Are you sure about this, Griffith? Hearing thing, just my imagination? Getting swarmed. Instantly knows it's robbers. Go get him, Dante. Oh shit. What am I about to watch? Dunzo immediately. Horse is alive though. He's gone. Dead. Boom. Idiot. You're also fucking done for, except that's dangerous. Okay, another scar on his cheek from the what do you call that? I forget what that's called, where it's like the little maces on the chains. I forget what that weapon's called. But the weapon don't mean anything because he just got his arm walked off, so that thing's going flying. You got nothing now. Hold on to the horse. Leave. This guy's really strong. Yeah, now you're pussying out. Instead of you going forward, you're leading everybody else to their deaths and maimings. Hey, Dante and Errol are both down. Look at that. Corkus started this, and now he's chickening out. Yep. Told you so. Casca. Go take care of it. So he's Casca. Hold on. Why me? It's Corkus's fault. One look. Gave him one look. All right, fine. So is this like Griffith's squire or what? Like he seems really confident himself. If he's trained under Griffith, that Griffith is sending him out to fight this guy who they just watched kill Bazuso, and that this kid himself is like, oh, okay, I'll do it. And if Guts kills him, they look very alike. If he takes Casca's spot, and that's how we lead up into where we see. Wait, but when we see them as adults or like late teens, they don't know each other then, because they meet for the first time, but they're on the same. I don't know. Hey, Rigel, go get him. Why me? Yeah, fuck that. Uh-oh. 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 You're not looking, and he's coming at you. You bastard. Another fucking arrow. That's a cheap shot. What? Hey, I thought this was going to be one-on-one here. Another crossbow. Crossbow is his fucking arch nemesis. But he can swing that sword with his left. Here to help, only because Griffith ordered me to. Stay back. Yanks the arrow out. Casca takes the sword. Wait. Yeah, okay. So Casca takes the sword from his back, right? Oh, no, that's the crossbow. Puts the crossbow on his back, takes his sword out, hops off. No, wait, he's charging with the horse? Yeah, he's charging with the horse. Hing! Is he dual wielding swords now? Is that what I'm seeing right here? Is that what I'm seeing right here? He's dual wielding swords. No, okay. I was like, what the hell? No helmet versus the helmet. Dings him in the helmet. Helmet comes flying off. Oh, Casca's a woman, but looks exactly like Guts. I should have known. Casca is a feminine name. I should have known, but I'm not paying attention too much to the names. Bastard. Oh, okay. Bastard. Fighting. Okay, so we see the size difference here. At least that's what that angle makes it look like. Hey, look, Casca's being driven back. The only one of us who can beat her is Griffith. So strong. Driving too hard. Realizes in the moment, I'm dead. I'm dead. Is Griffith going to come out? Whoa, a spear. Spear just comes in to stop. Spear comes in. Is that from Griffith? Yep. Sick horse armor. Fight's over. There's Griffith. Before Femto. This is Griffith. 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 End of the road for you. Be careful, this guy's tough. Would you lower your sword? I guess not. Again, the swiftness. Love that. But looks like Griffith is quicker. Sorry I'm not speaking when I'm going through these pages because I'm just like enthralled and captivated and tantalized, but I'm just kind of lost and really just absorbing it. So sorry if I don't speak when I'm looking at these panels. You just admire them as well with me. Oh, did he just get stabbed in the back here? Not in the back, but through the back. Right here. The precision to get him right where the chest plate joints and the overlappings don't protect him. The precision to get him right there. And for Guts to say he's quick. All right, that's our Griffith. Woo! Wild! One blow. Woo! Amazing, with just one strike. He was a fool, taking Griffith head on like that. Excuse me? Who do you think Griffith put his life on the line for anyway? If you don't know how deep the water is, don't jump in. That's a good line. If you don't know how deep the water is, don't jump in. Right, this was my mistake. Hey, Griffith, say something. You've made your point, Casca. But he stands up. Stands up. Again, leaning on the sword. This is not new to him. Flesh wound. Arrow, sword, whatever. My support is my sword. I will stand on it. What's with this guy? Kind of gaining the interest of Griffith here. Took an arrow in the right arm, kind of switched to his left, or was using both, and now has a sword stab in his left chest, sword in the right. Ambidextrous. Stand aside, Casca. Blood dripping as he walks. Great angle here. Looking down, looking up. The same bright light behind them, the sun. The eye piercing right under, looking down as he looks up. What the hell just happened? Did he pass out? Nothing happened. I think he passed out. I think. Because he didn't even move. My bad for moving the page. Oh. Did Griffith get cut? Or he's just taking his helmet off? Nope. Beautiful as ever. Pristine. Perfect. Not a mark. But Griffith shows his face to Guts. Perhaps Guts will remember that face forever. The Golden Age, Chapter 4, end. So let's discuss this. These two chapters definitely feel like where Guts left behind being just a traumatized, uncertain kid with a sword and now becomes something more, where his name begins to be remembered through hit. Like, this is where it starts, you know, where his name starts to be made for himself, where he's not the Guts that I've seen these past couple chapters, and this is the moment where he is becoming the Guts I've seen when I first started the manga. You know what I'm saying? I think I used the term Nexus event during my reaction, and it felt like that when that panel said 4 years later, something in that time between falling off that cliff, laying on his back, looking up at the stars as he thought he was dying, living to fight another day, becoming a mercenary, surviving, living for himself, earning his own keep, doing what he brutally does best, going from 11 years old to 15 years old, those seminal years, he's obviously honed and crafted himself into a kind of machine. Gambino is dead. Guts kills him in self-defense. He effectively kills his father, as the people in the camp call him a father killer, and he's told by his father in his dying breaths he also killed who was effectively his mother, Shisu. His blood mother died giving birth to him, hung from a tree. So from birth, death surrounds him, literally hovers above him like a dark cloud, like a shadow cast on him. He was born from a corpse. His adoptive mother dies of plague. His adoptive father blames him, and he kills his adoptive father in self-defense. So in his mind, he is both father killer and mother killer. He was never wanted. Family, connection, death, guilt are so tightly fused. One wonders how Guts could imagine love without violence. The mercenary band, seeing the tent on fire, stumbles upon the scene of Gambino's dead body with bloodied sword in Guts' hand. They assume Guts murdered their leader for no reason, and they turn on him. The boy we took from a hanged corpse turned on his father and cursed us. That's a much easier belief than our leader sold his child to a rapist, then tried to murder him in jealous rage. Guts flees on horseback, is shot in the back from a crossbow, falls off the horse down a cliff, and is left for dead. He wakes up under the stars, moonlight shining down on him, surrounded by wolves, and in a kind of numb, semi-suicidal, accepting death state of mind, almost lets them kill him, but his body moves on its own to survive, and he fights them all off. Another mercenary band discovers his body laid out among what is over what I feel a dozen dead wolves all around him, who can't believe he could have been the one to kill them all. Jump forward 4 years, and we're at another castle siege, where a now 15-year-old teenage Guts defeats the legendary knight Bazuso in single combat. He refuses a more permanent feudal job offer to be like squire and taken in as a full-time fighter, walking off along with his payment on a hillside nearby. Yet another different mercenary group, people whom Guts and crew just defeated at the castle, the Band of the Hawk, are seen relaxing in the grass and notice Guts. Griffith is here. Corkus decides to rob him, sending other men to do his bidding instead of himself, who all get killed or maimed by Guts. Goes horribly wrong. Casca, who seems to be either Griffith's favorite or Griffith's squire, or Griffith owns Casca, I don't know, intervenes and fights Guts until Griffith himself steps in, challenging Guts himself. So a full-grown adult Griffith challenging teenager Guts. Sense of age gap here. Griffith defeats Guts in a single, elegant, swift stroke of the sword, still on horseback, looking down at a wounded Guts as he falls unconscious, attempting one last desperate, rage-filled attack. Now, that was like the plot synopsis. There's some symbolism and meaning here that I want to briefly discuss You can view Gambino's death as like a second birth of Guts. I was kind of saying that right when this discussion started. This Nexus event, this going from one version of Guts to a different kind. And the moment there, to me, is how, like I just said, you can view Gambino's death as a sort of second birth, rebirth of Guts. The crossbow shot to the back kind of conveys how Guts is treated in this world. Never met straight on as a human being, a person, a young man. Always attacked, defenseless, weaponless, attacked from behind, used, betrayed. The fall it's like Guts' 0 point. The fall to the bottom of the cliff is a metaphor for the true bottom of his life. Can't get worse than this. Outcast and condemned, father killer, only person who vaguely even counted his family or his father, never loved him and blamed him for everything. Crossbow bolt in the back, bleeding out, barely alive. He is at the bottom of the world, staring up at the unreachable above. He is back where he began, in the mud, in the trenches, the dirt. He's a creature of low places, the mud. The cliff fall is like a reverse baptism. Baptism is usually a voluntary submersion, a rising up into new life, a community waiting for you, marking an entry into faith. Guts is thrown off a cliff, his body broken, no community, just a pack of hungry wolves. Emerging from the water is only more pain. Instead of being lifted from holy water into community, he is thrown from community into isolation that sits at the bottom of this cliff, falling into this cold, dirty, shallow waters. He emerges alive, reborn as a forever wanderer. He opens his eyes under the night sky, looking up, lost, nowhere, no idea where to go or what to do, looking up at a sky that feels millions of miles away. The universe doesn't care. Those cold, distant stars, that beautiful moon, a part of this universe, but they're silent and indifferent to him. They're just there, like he's just here. The universe does not care. The only parental figures he's ever had are dead. He killed one and he's told he killed the other. He's been condemned by the only community he's ever had. He survived a fall that should have killed him, the same way the fall from his mother's womb into the mud as a newborn baby should have killed him. He has no dream, no home, no reason to keep going. He is only, solely, purely existence itself, without any attachment at all. What is there to be attached to? He is only existence. Staring up at the sky like, I have no horizon. All I see is black. He notices a pack of wolves surrounding him and he's ready to let them end him, but his body moves on its own and he drives them off, leaning on that sword. We see that imagery constantly. He was almost about to accept, I'm just meat, and submit to nature. His body refuses to die, involuntary, moving almost without conscious will. Fits Guts kind of perfectly. He embodies that survival instinct, overriding any rational judgment about life and whether it's worth it. There is no natural justice baked into this world. This is this reality. Life or death is only determined by his own stubborn survival instinct. Now, I don't know if this is true because we've seen the God hand, and it does feel like there is in fact a metaphysical higher order shaping things, just not a benevolent order. But Mura seems to be drawing a line between human consciousness and the deeper animal drive to keep going, to survive. Guts' mind has no answer, but his body and his arm picking up the sword do. Sometimes the will to live isn't noble. In Guts' case, it's just brutal persistence. And maybe that's what the Golden Age here is supposed to be about. Stepping into a world of dreams and ideas and ideals, hence why it's called the Golden Age. I don't know. Also, I think there's meaning behind Guts taking down Bazuso, because my first sentences in this analysis discussion was me remarking how this felt like going from Guts as a fragile, traumatized, anxious child to a beginning of the legend that is Guts. Up until this point, we've seen on several occasions Guts taking down ginormous foes, ultra powerful, like towering enemies, and this is his first. Bazuso is a knight with a mighty reputation. What was he called? Like the 30 Men Slayer, Bear Killer. He's a castle defender. Everyone with a sword or a shield wearing armor knows the name Bazuso. Mercenaries, we heard, dream of taking him down. Bazuso represents the public idea of strength. Bazuso is already mythologized. He's already legend. People talk about him in third person. Guts is just this teenager mercenary, a kid with no name, like a wandering Ronin out of a Kurosawa samurai drama, or a Clint Eastwood, the man with no name. Guts is the kid with no name to the people hiring him. Guts has no title, no status, no crest, no myth, no company. He is alone, and he's nothing. The only name he carries is, what the other people, Brat, Omen, Curse, Father Killer. So when this kid is the one who slays Bazuso, it's like, okay, whoa. Legends and myths are not immortal or absolute. If Bazuso is a monster and a legend, what does that make the one who brutally slayed him? What the hell happened in those 4 years off screen is what I'm also thinking. That a teenager can solo a legendary knight in a straight duel. It's like, this is what the world and the men in it get for doing that to a child. What happened to Guts. Guts is this way. Guts is Guts because of the world and the men in it. Like, no one ever said to Guts, it's okay. You've suffered enough. So now for everyone else, no one is safe. Y'all haven't suffered enough. I don't know. That's just how I absorbed it. Also, what's the meaning behind Guts and Griffith meeting for the first time the way that they did? Miura didn't have them bumping into each other at like a tavern, chatting it up. Their first contact is violence, up against each other. It had to be a fight instead of a conversation. Griffith stopped the fight between Guts and someone else to fight Guts himself. And so the duel comes off as a ritual or a show of authority or ownership instead of strength. I get a very heavy feeling from Griffith's gaze from above looking down on Guts, especially when it mirrors the same shots we got of, Griffith when it's Griffith no more, now Femto, looking down at Guts. So what does this scene echo for their future? What does it tell about their future roles in this story's, I don't know, all I can say is like cosmic machinery. And it's like, look where Guts is, not just physically, but emotionally and psychologically, just minutes before Griffith appears on the page. And sometime leading after. Like those moments where we see Griffith's face on the pages. He's just killed Bazuso and proven himself like terrifyingly strong. He effectively wins the siege for his side. He's nonetheless treated as a disposable yet again. He reacts violently to being touched. We know why. He rejects more permanent service, to be attached to someone or something. Obviously, clearly avoiding being owned or belonging to anyone. And he's avoiding all attachment. And then some motherfuckers immediately try to rob him. So the world is hostile and everybody wants a piece of me. That's Guts' forced worldview. Guts probably would have blown Griffith off. Guts wouldn't have cared, does not care. Or Guts would have tried to hit him anyways if Griffith approached to speak. So Griffith kind of approached the only way to approach Guts, I guess. Guts has no reason to trust any adult or anyone with authority. Guts is forced to take Griffith seriously. Griffith enters with violence. Griffith also has to see for himself how dangerous and interesting Guts is. Griffith was there to see Bazuso slayed by him. Their relationship, in a way, has to begin without consent, without words, has to begin with violence, and I'll even throw in the word like domination. They must meet in a duel. Miura appears to want their entire relationship and history to be rooted in power. From day one, they come to know each other as winner and loser, dominator and dominated, conqueror and conquered, above and below, looking down, looking up. I feel like there is symbolism here. And even like that quick panel of like, I feel like there's symbolism behind even like Griffith throwing the spear in between Guts and Casca, positioning himself in between them. Like, Griffith owns both of them. And they listen to him. They're on his lead. I don't know. I'm going to bookmark this in my mind for the future if Casca remains a major character and if all three of them share a lot of character development and time on page together. I'm going to keep that in the back of my mind. You know, the spear getting in between them, the triangle I see here, the developments between Guts and Griffith, the symbolism that I just expressed about winner, loser, dominated, dominator, ownership. I'm going to think about that. But the only way I can find that out is by continuing to read. So keep the conversation going down in the comments below. If you're interested in exclusives and unedited reactions, check out my Patreon. Having said all that, and with that said, so long, farewell, until next time, thank you, have a good one, peace.